Hello everyone, and welcome to another episode of Angie's Jungle House.
And welcome back to Angie's Jungle House. If it's not painfully obvious already, today we are going to talk all about ferns. Today I have all of my ferns, all 5 of them. Some I've had longer than others. I got this guy in January, according to Gardenize. I got him January 3rd, so that's when he was put into my Gardenize app. He was 28 inches tall and 30 inches wide. He is now at a staggering 41 inches tall and 38 or 39 inches wide. So he's put on a lot of growth. I'm just going to kind of tell you about the 2 ferns that I've had the longest, which is my green fantasy fern, which I picked up in February, and this guy in January. So first I'll talk about my green fantasy fern, which is right here. I did not enter a height or a width on this guy, which I'm going to do that today, so that's close enough. And I think I was relatively late on putting him into my Gardenize app. And if you don't know anything about Gardenize, watch my general plant care tips and tricks video, which is also going to give you more information about some of the stuff I touch base on, which is going to be extremely beneficial. So check in the description down below, and that's where I will have that video linked. So please go watch that first and then jump into this video here. But back onto this fantasy fern. I picked him up in February sometime. He is kept in an east-facing window, actually right back behind me here. Down below, he gets maybe an hour and a half of direct sunlight because there is no curtain on this window, but there's a covered porch outside of it. So keeps the light pretty bright, yet extremely filtered. Loves it. It withstood the cold. I mean, this is an old house. These are old windows, so it took the cold really well. Got a little crunchy where it touched the windows, but I rotated it and it just fell right back in. And then on to Sideshow here. Sideshow spends, he lives in my bedroom in a corner of it, not directly in front of a window. He gets 0 direct sunlight, all indirect filtered, and it's a very bright room. 1 window to the north, 2 to the east, 1 to the south. Ah, guys, hang on. Check this out. This is my friend Bill. Bill lives on my island. Bill spends a lot of time in my yard. He's got a girlfriend, but she must be nesting right now because I used to see her walking down my sidewalk, but Bill here, he'll come hang out and walk straight down my driveway. Anyhow, sorry about the interruption. I hope you enjoy meeting my friend Bill. We're gonna get straight back into this with the lighting needs. Very bright, very indirect sunlight. Loves filtered sunlight. The brighter the better. Then we're gonna move on to, we're gonna talk about watering needs, which is also very important to a fern. They love moisture and humidity. They do not like to be soggy, but be kept moist. With that, if it's very dry in the house, which I do some of these things in the winter, you can boil water, plant group, pebble trays, humidifiers, you can mist them. And like always, I suggest any water goes in the morning instead of at night or high noon, anything like that. I like to do it in the morning before the sun is at its peak. So I went more into that in my general plant care video. But good amount of water. I like to water them. If the top of the soil starts getting dry, I will just add some more. Bill just took off. So that's watering, and it's not that difficult. Right now it's relatively humid, so I have not been dousing this guy or giving him any extra care besides water. Although this summer I feel like he might need to move out of my bedroom because that room is going to get very hot. So I have a feeling he is going to have a change of scenery just for the heat of the summer, which should only be a couple of months. Let's face it, I live in Wisconsin, so it's not that warm unless it's August, September. And briefly on the soil, now do not don't take soil like potting mix advice from me. I'm kind of a guest, kind of fly by the seat of your pants kind of girl. What I did with my fantasy fern, I put some compost in there, I put some peat moss in there, sand and perlite, mixed it all together. No, I'm not measuring anything, I just kind of play it by ear like, oh, well, that's how I cook too. So I'm not out there with a tablespoon going, that much of this, that much of that. I kind of go, well, what's going to taste good, or what's this plant going to like? So those are the ingredients I throw in there along with the Osmocote. I throw in a little bit of Osmocote into the soil that I'm making. And most of my plants seem to like what I give them. Some plants I end up repotting because it's holding too much moisture, or I'll add a little bit more perlite, or I'll add a little bit more sand and kind of mix it around and try again. So that's that. And then on the fertilizer, now these plants need fertilizer, but if you give them too much, it's detrimental. With the fertilizer, most of my plants, like always, half strength Miracle-Gro once a month. Needier plants get a little bit more, but I go by the plant. This guy gets half strength Miracle-Gro once a month, loves it. If you give them too much fertilizer, they're going to turn brown and dry up. And essentially what this video is about is how to not make your fern turn brown. Keep it moist, keep it watered, don't over fertilize it, and keep it out of direct sunlight. And those are the best ways you can get your fern to be green, happy, and healthy. Just ask Sideshow, he loves everything I'm doing. So I guess that's really all you need to know about a fern. Make sure you watch that general plant care video if you need to know any more about some of the stuff I discussed, like pebble trays or anything like that. Yeah, but until next time, thank you and happy gardening.